Well, the federal inquiry into foreign interference is hearing from current and former Liberal cabinet ministers today. CTV's Jeremy Sharon joins us live with the latest. What can you tell us, Jeremy? What are the latest developments?
Yeah, Lena, we're hearing today from Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly, who is testifying at the inquiry. We also heard it earlier from former Public Safety Minister Menino. We're into now the second phase of this foreign inquiry, and important to kind of identify that this second phase, the purpose of this second phase is to determine whether or not the federal government is properly equipped and has the proper procedures and protocols in place to identify and counter foreign interference. So that is what the inquiry is looking at now, after spending kind of the first phase trying to identify attempts at foreign interference in the 2019 and 2021 elections. So what we've seen so far with Melanie Joly has been quite procedural. The inquiry is establishing kind of procedures and protocols that the minister goes through on a daily basis or on a weekly basis when it comes to processing information, certain intelligence, what kind of steps are in place to ensure that any concerns are flagged properly, how they are relayed to the minister, and then how the minister kind of digests that information. So a lot of it is a little in the weeds, if you will, but important nonetheless to determine whether or not the federal government has the proper procedures, the proper protocols in place. So that is what we've heard mostly so far from Melanie Joly, is really just establishing what goes on behind the scenes in terms of processing some of that information, some of that intel that she is receiving. We heard earlier from Menino a lot of that same kind of stuff, procedural matters. Menino, the former public safety minister, but he was also asked kind of a bit of a bigger picture question and pressed on some bigger picture findings, if you will. In June, the National Security and Intelligence Committee of Parliamentarians, known as NSICOP, issued its findings when it came to foreign interference, and it alleged that Canada has become basically a playground for foreign interference. The former minister, Menino, today was asked about that and whether or not he agreed with that assessment. He is now the second official in as many days to argue against the findings of that report and defend the federal government. He said that he believes the federal government is actually a blocker of foreign interference, that it's actually acting in a way that helps prevent foreign interference. We heard yesterday from the Prime Minister's national security advisor that said something similar, that she disagrees with the findings of that report, and that from what she has seen, there has been no, there have been no parliamentarians that have played any role in any of that foreign interference. So we've seen kind of this bigger picture play out through the last couple of days, where we're seeing ministers and senior staffers defend the federal government and defend its ability to protect itself from foreign interference.
All right, Jeremy Sharon live in our nation's capital. Thanks so much for that update. We appreciate this.